I just wanted to give you first quickly introduce you to the other distinguished folks who are sharing the dice with me, and then give you a quick perspective on the business plan competition itself. On my right is the Managing Director of Punjab Infotech, Mr. Rakesh Verma, whom a lot of people have met with. He and the organization both are very strong supporters of what TIE is doing in the entrepreneurial landscape in this region. To my left is Mr. Ajay Srivastava, who is the Additional Director of the STPI unit in Chandigarh and a great proponent of the SME sector. Mr. Pratap Agarwal, my dear friend and Managing Director of IDS and one of the great pioneers of the IT industry in this region and also board member of TIE Chandigarh. TIE, as you know, has been engaged through its various programs in this region in both catalyzing and energizing the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the region. We decided to take it to the next level, and we are organizing a second business plan competition in the region. But certainly the first for TIE, where all the 17 chapters of TIE in Asia are collaborating to do a business plan competition. What we are looking to do in Chandigarh is really start the process for a business plan competition. This business plan competition is slightly different than what a lot of the business plan competitions you all would be aware of. We have a format in which the teams need to apply. Once we do an initial shortlist, and let's say we receive 100 entries, we shortlist them to about 30. All the 30 teams at that point in time will be assigned a mentor. Mentor is a successful entrepreneur who will work with the team to define the business plan of the team. We will then have the finals. The two people who are shortlisted from the finals here will go on to Delhi, where they'll compete with the top two teams from all the 17 chapters. The winner from Delhi will go to the world's biggest business plan competition, which is organized by Rice University, where the award is about $1.5 million to the winning team, which is about 7.5 crores. The team coming last even walks away with $20,000. That's 10 lakhs. And TIE India will pay for the two teams that go to Rice. On that note, may I now invite Rakesh Verma, Managing Director, Punjab.
Good afternoon, and thanks, Puneet. We've been supporting and working with TIE for all their initiatives, and I think this is another great announcement and initiative for the region. Punjab, as all of you are aware, has a lot of entrepreneurial talent, and we require such initiatives to really shape them up, to really identify them, to really nurture them, and that's what TIE has been doing very successfully. We ourselves have been doing a lot of programs with the government colleges, with the universities on this particular subject. We've set up our own incubation center also in Mohali, and the idea is essentially to pick up people who want to have their own startup, who want to set up their own business, who have new ideas, and we've been fairly successful in doing that. In times to come, innovation and creativity is what is going to succeed in the market, and therefore it is very important that the regions and our younger generation is fully exposed to them. They are fully aware of this, and that's where the TIE and initiative like this are going to be a great way forward. So we from Government of Punjab will extend our full support to the initiative, and I'm sure this is going to be a great benefit to the region. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Mr. Ajay Srivastava to just give you a quick backdrop of their involvement.
Good afternoon, everybody. In fact, this is a moment where we can show our strength to the world. This is one thing. And the other thing that we get from this competition is that our entrepreneurs are exposed to a lot of new things, a lot of quality questions from the mentor, a lot of mentorship and exposure to the successful businesses. So I think this will create a very good ecosystem, and it will help us to grow to the second level of growth in IT in this region. So I think let's have a quick start, and we will invite every unit to participate in this competition and get whatever best they can get from this. Thank you.
Thank you. Pratap?
Maybe a few comments very quickly. I think once you look at the impact of this, how it's gonna benefit who and how it's gonna impact the ecosystem. One of the things is the entire process. You know what Puneet just mentioned about whole process of selection, going through the mentoring, then sending them over to the whole process itself aligns very well with a collegiate. Like look at the guy who's coming out of the college, or he suddenly sees an opportunity that I have some organization, I have a set of Punjab Protect, a guy and some organization who's taking me and taking me to some place. This is one thing which comes very, very solid as an impact on the. Second is the aspect of mentoring. Because to do that, you need mentors, you need people to come and think and give them the advice. So there will be a set of mentors getting into the field, getting ready for that. And the people will have a huge engagement, which is really talking about how to do business, how to build an enterprise. I think that aspect will get very strong support by the whole entire process of that. And I think the third piece which I would say, in the end of it, Chandigarh will have few more entrepreneurs in the town. There will be more people, and that is what the city is known for. How you really encourage them, how you build them up. So these are the three-pronged, I think, impact of this whole exercise onto the Chandigarh ecosystem, and we're all looking forward to that.
Thanks, Pratap. Now I open it out to any questions that any or all of you may have.
Sorry, I came in with you, but I just wanted to ask, is it open only for people from Chandigarh, or is it open for people from neighboring areas of Punjab?
It's open to anyone in this region.
In this region?
Absolutely. And the way it works is, I think because you missed out the earlier part, it's a pan-Asia business plan competition. So what you'll do is we'll have the winners of this region along with the winners of the other 17 TiE chapters. We'll go to the finals in Delhi, and the two finalists TiE is going to sponsor to the world's biggest business plan competition that's actually organized by NICE University.
Okay.
It's the richest one. It's about $1.5 billion. And what we're really trying to do here is try to identify the winners and folks who are fairly serious about doing businesses and creating business enterprises.
Haven't we done something like this last year as well?
We did about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was with the Chandigarh government. That has been actually very successful. We've been tracking the 6 people that we shortlisted out of that. All 6 of them have received post. If you go through what we did at that time, what we had done was we provided intensive mentoring. These guys were raw entrepreneurs at that time. All 6 of them now have received upwards of $2 million in funding.
Upwards of $2 million.
Each one of them. Each one of them. Each of the 6 guys we shortlisted here in Chandigarh. But as you know, the EDC never became operational in Chandigarh. So otherwise all 6 would have been based out of here. All 6 of them though are very thankful for TiE and the experience that they got. So this is the second time they're attempting it.
So who will be exactly mentoring them?
Folks like Pratap, me,
Okay.
Harshveer, successful folks who are going to take the time out. On an average, each team will spend between 15 to 20 hours with the mentor.
Okay.
The shortlisted guys. So the whole idea of putting that kind of effort is only if the team is also serious, right? Otherwise you get a lot of business plan competition that happen in colleges and universities. But that is for the experience of going through the motions of setting up a business. This is for folks who are really serious about the business.
So this is exclusively for students, not for startup?
No. It is open to anyone as long as one member of the team is a student.
Okay.
And that too ideally a student interested in hitting out on his own. And right now if you look at it, TiE Chandigarh supports about 50 EDCs in 50 engineering colleges in the region. What you are beginning to see now is a lot of these students become first-time entrepreneurs either pre-graduation or just post-graduation. You're beginning to see that. Any things you guys would like to add?
So you didn't do this event in between, and like you said, you did it 3 years before. And why was the gap in between?
There are two things. I think one was this requires a lot of energy in putting it through, a lot of commitment, as much commitment at our end as much as it is on the entrepreneur's end. And what we were also looking to do is on a scale that is a little higher than we've done before. Getting 17 chapters of TiE to collaborate is also not an easy thing, you know. That's why we've not done it. But you will see it becoming a more regular feature as we go along. But what you got to understand, and which makes it a little different, is that we also get stuck up in the noise. Right now, if you go to any college festival, you will realize that a lot of college festivals and students organize business plan competitions as a part of their college festival. A lot of those business plan competitions are really for increasing the awareness level of a student. They are not about starting a business. Our business plan competition is a little different. It is about starting an enterprise, right? It is geared towards folks who want to start an enterprise. So that is why we put a lot of focus on putting these mentors together, getting VCs to be judges, because these are the guys who are going to cut a check, getting investors to participate in the evaluation criteria. So the energy level is a lot higher.
And how entrepreneurship is shaping up? Like you said, you already have 50 EDCs in 15 engineering colleges. Now funding remains a critical component of this, I guess so. So how that is shaping up in coming times now?
So I'll give you my perspective and then I'll allow folks on the dais also to share their perspective. Now I share that perspective as someone who's running a TiE chapter and also as someone who's an investor. What has changed is the quality of an entrepreneur has changed. 3 years ago, you had lots of entrepreneurs, they were raw, they had business ideas, but they were unsure. Okay. Today what you see is the quality of an entrepreneur has become better. You are seeing some of the best students choose entrepreneurship as a career option today. Earlier you saw the folks at the bottom of the pyramid choose entrepreneurship as a career option. Right now you're seeing some of the brightest ones. What you're also seeing is a lot of educational institutes start replicating the US, Europe model, if you will, which is opening up centers of innovation, opening up R&D, opening up incubators within college campuses. Okay. Part of it is driven by internship opportunities, part of it is driven by just better placement. Then you're also seeing government get onto that bandwagon, because the government is getting into the bandwagon because each enterprise that is created new is an engine of job creation, right? And ultimately job creation being one of the indexes. Now I'll allow all the panelists here to give their perspective. Thank you.
I think in terms of, as Puneet shared, in terms of if you look at the momentum which is building up, the kind of spade work which is happening on the ground, whether the two universities that we are interacting with, the Punjab Technical University and Lovely Professional University, each one of them has recognized this as a key requirement. They're planning to set up their own incubation centers. Then the colleges also, the PTU is spearheading that movement along with the TiE as partnership. Obviously, it takes time to really bring that quality and credence to the effort, but the colleges have set up these cells. They are being mentored by TiE and by the university. Similarly, if you look at our own initiative, as I shared, we had set up a 10,000 square feet facility. We today have 9 companies which have about 80 employees, and they're successfully working there. We are expanding with another 6,000 square feet area. Now, these are the people who were earlier doing a job or doing something, they left it, they've taken a plunge. Some of them may not survive. They may not be the best of quality of entrepreneurship, but at least in this region, you're seeing them happening on the ground. People are thinking of those options. And so I think that's a very welcome change. And particularly IT and knowledge sector, which has not been really a tested territory for this region, is opening up. People are now really taking a plunge into it. We had a small venture fund. We've now got a partner called Subcom. That fund is going to be enlarged to 100 crore, and that's specifically for this region. So they see a lot of opportunities in this region to promote, and so I see a lot of bright times ahead.
Pratap?
I think one of the things which I'm noticing across in the last 2-3 years, the change is, since now the capital deployment is a much sharper play. It's no longer somebody had an idea and you say, okay, let me see this. And the difference between mentor and the mentee is also changing. The relationship is changing. The questions he's asking is no longer that, okay, I will tell you a mantra, you go and do that, it will work. It gets reward. So it's like a huge interaction, huge level of interaction. I and Puneet work on some stuff. Every one email changes the whole perspective. He says, hey, look, now we need to do it differently. So I think it's very collaborative now. The role of the mentor is changing. So the last 2-3 years I've seen the world going in a very different spin with whatever is happening in the outer markets. Today this whole discussion is no longer one way. It's very much a collaborative, it's much more involving, taking every stakeholder into the picture. Even your own people whom you want to take, even building a core team, like it's a totally different message. So I can see the whole process is going through a transformation right now, and I think we'll see it get mature over the time in the new condition. And that's what I see at this point.
In fact, if you see, the innovation happens with a fresh mind. So the younger people, they are very innovative, they are very aggressive, they have the time to shape their dreams. So I think this ecosystem of being provided mentorship to these young people is a very strong platform, because what happens, if you see earlier, the entrepreneurs that used to be they travel a lot throughout the world, they get a lot of experience, and then they start their business. But now we have an ecosystem that these senior people are now passing great amount of knowledge to this younger generation, and that's really is very helpful for them to shaping up their dreams. So that's you can say you have now a faster ecosystem to get a very quality entrepreneur in a very smaller age. That's the advantage.
Ashvi, you want to add? Yeah.
Talking of the environment, as Puneet mentioned, in my 12 years of existence as the director of Drish Infotech, 10 days back I get a person walking in for an interview. First time this has happened to me. A fresher out of college, he was bought out by his partner who was his senior in the college, and he was now looking for a job willingly. And that is the strong point he was discussing with me, that as your team member, I understand how the organization is run, how my task, my responsibilities really affect the organization targets. It was a strong point that he had been an entrepreneur in the college itself for 1 year.
And you're going to see more of them now?
Absolutely, absolutely. I was very impressed, and we have given him an offer.
Yeah.
And talking about the space in Mohali, how much space has been allocated to this treasury, basically the people who are coming up with the ideas? Any space allocated there?
We already developed about 11,000 square feet of area. And these entities were not selected through any business plan competition, but now that this competition is going to be there, I mean, we don't mind, we're developing another 6,000 square feet of area. And I'm sure preference and these who become successful in this competition should get priority over others. And we are ready to develop more area also. I think we've realized instead of developing big IT parks, it's more important to develop small spaces which can really integrate with the requirement of these entrepreneurs, and that will bring a kind of transformation which will be very vital for the region.
The mayor also acts as small is beautiful because it creates change and it creates its own momentum. And so, like someone had Marty said, a small step is a giant leap. Any other questions that you may? That go to Delhi. And thank you so very much for your time, and all five of us are around for a bit to answer any questions that you all of you have. Thank you very much for coming here.
These are all private engineering colleges or
Both private.
private and government? Okay.
How many of them? 6, 7, 7.
Are these largely